Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. It's Friday, it's XUR day, which of course means I'm here to tell you guys where you can find him, what he has for sale, and whether or not any of those items are worth purchasing. I'm also back from Japan now, so massive shout out to Welcome to Paradise, who's been covering while I've been away. Also shout out to you guys for showing him some great support, I really appreciate that. I'm sure you'll see him back on the channel at some point soon, but for the time being, let's talk about this week. So if you do enjoy this, you do find it helpful, then a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below if you have any questions, and also let me know if you picked up anything this week. So first up, if you head over to IO, this is where you will find him this time round. Jump over to the Giant Scar landing zone, work your way through the building, up into the cave, and this is where you will find XUR. And if you then turn our attention to his stock, it's not exactly the most exciting week, but there are a couple of things you might want to consider anyway. So first up on the weapon front, you have D.A.R.C.I. It's a cool looking sniper rifle. I like the way it looks. It's definitely not one of the best ones out there, especially when you consider some of the other snipers you can get and some of the other heavy options. It's not a weapon that I personally use a lot. The main perk for this one is Personal Assistant. Aim at an enemy to view its health and other critical information in the scope. You also have extended barrel, so weighty barrel extension increases your range, decreases your handling speed. You have extended mag for the increase to mag size and a decrease to reload speed. You then have target acquired, so when Personal Assistant is active, this weapon has better target acquisition and deals more precision damage. So it has its uses. It's definitely not necessarily a bad weapon, but I wouldn't put it out there as kind of one of the top tiers when you factor in some of the other exotic heavy options or exotic power options that you have. And of course, some of the other available snipers that are just simply legendary. So it's one of those things where I'd say if you don't have it, fair enough, pick it up. But I also wouldn't necessarily put this up there as a must buy. Not that you're necessarily going to be running low on legendary shards, given that they are quite cheap. But the point is, if you are in a position, maybe if you're playing on PC and you are genuinely a little bit low on legendary shards because you've just started, then this isn't one of those weapons that you absolutely have to buy, so you can save your shards. As for the final perk, short action stock, so greatly increases your handling speed. So that's your weapon, exotic sniper, D.A.R.C.I. As for the hunters, exotic helmet, knucklehead radar, this is a good exotic. It is a lot more PvP focused. You can still get some utility out of it in PvE, but generally speaking, it is a PvP focused exotic. The main perk is that you have upgraded sensor pack, so it provides radar whilst aiming, which is very useful in the Crucible. You can stay aim down sights, you can keep an eye on your radar, which is great for working out where people are coming from. So if you play in the Crucible a lot, and maybe some of you guys have just jumped on PC and you're looking for some new things, then this is a good exotic. And of course, you have your usual interchangeable perks. Moving on from there to the Titans, the ACTIUM War Rig. Your main perk on this, auto-loading link, so steadily reloads a portion of your equipped auto-rifles magazine from your reserve. So interesting, not necessarily one of the best when you factor in some of the other options you do have for Titans, but similarly not a bad option either. And then for the Warlocks, Eye of Another World, this is a pretty cool looking helmet, one of those sort of fishbowl helmets, but you have the perk Cerebral Uplink, so highlights priority targets and improves the regeneration speed of your grenade, melee and rift abilities. So all up, a pretty standard week for XUR, nothing absolutely amazing, nothing the kind of stellar that stands out. There are a couple of things you can pick up, and of course, again, if you guys are playing on PC, then depending on the rate at which you've been playing, this may also help boost your power level anyway, so it's probably worth picking a few things up. Don't forget, the gear does drop relatively frequently, so don't be afraid to just ditch some of your legendary gear, just dismantle it, throw on some blues, and you'll then get that back in no time if you are in search of legendary shards. But for the time being, that's pretty much it. That's your week in XUR, that's what he's got for sale, and those are the recommendations. So as always, if you have any questions, drop them down below. But for the time being, thank you for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.